Okay, this is some footage I'm taking of the grounds at the Terang RSL, and I'll go inside very shortly once I've finished out here. Beautiful day here in Terang. This is our memorial here, or one of the memorials. The trees surround the memorial, and below each tree there is a memorial plaque. We have a fire pit which we do light up for the dawn service, and if it gets a bit cool we come out here and flash it up. Okay, this is looking at the grounds. Memorial there to the service animals, and a memorial to the nurses just over there. This is the building. There is a large mural of the charge of Bathsheba, which we had a commemoration ceremony back in 2016. This is Anzac Rest. So during the dawn service and the Anzac Day commemorations and Remembrance Day, we have our ceremonies from here. So on Anzac Day at the 11 o'clock we have it down at the obelisk, which is the main memorial. I've just added these two commemoration boards commemorating the 100th centenary of Armistice and remembering our fallen in Terang and district. These names appear on our main obelisk, which is our main memorial in the High Street. And the speeches are conducted from here, and around the memorial members of the community are seated and of course pay their respects after the ceremony. So what we'll do now, we'll go back into the, well, we'll go into the main hall, showing the exhibitions, and of course going through the main World War I dugouts which we've constructed. So that's the main Bathsheba commemoration mural with the interpretive sign just there. So this is the entry to the Terang RSL. We have a sign which indicates the World War I dugout experience and some contact information on the door. So if you're ever visiting, our phone numbers are there. I'll just proceed inside. But before we do that, I'll just give you another overview of the gardens. And we do have a small car park just to the right. And eventually, the next 12-18 months, we'll have a W-class tram, which will be set up as a recruiting tram. So we were lucky enough to get one of the 134 allocated from the Victorian government. So this is the entry here into our hall. This is a little entry we've got. What I've done is actually put a lot of photos up, how we used to look, some commemorating recruiting posters, and a framed photo there of Gallipoli. Okay, so just coming into the hall now. I'll just sweep around the hall itself. First I'll start off with this area here. We've just had a new kitchen. The toilets are just about complete, so we'll take you through those shortly. So this is the the kitchen is dedicated to the Women's Ladies Auxiliary, which were established in 1941 and went through to 2006. So on the walls we have dedication to the past members. We also have some of their certificate of services, which are just here in the corner. Or one digger and his a kit bag. This original kit bag is from Sergeant Podger, number 3, Tunnelling Company, AIF, and he was for Victoria. And this is the beginning of our display cabinets here. And the memorabilia we do have, a lot of it's been on loan from the families, and of course a lot has been donated as well. This is one of the cabinets which features a lot of the German artefacts, which I've just brought back from the battlefields, including 3 bayonets, 1 French, German, 1 British. Under the yellow cloth here is our multimedia system, and just along the wall here various other memorabilia from those who served either during World War I or World War II. This is just a small setup of trenches that some of the school students put together. One in particular, which is back on the wall, which is done by Charlie Doofus, and I'll actually take you back round to that one. I'll just swing round quickly. He spent 6 months putting this particular trench together. Just put a bit of light on it. And he's certainly really gone into detail, the British being on the left and the Germans on the right. Certainly a job well done. This was done for the 100th centenary in 2015 by Brett Brumby, otherwise known as Angry. Done a great job. He did the mural outside for the Bathsheba, and of course he did one for the Vietnam as well. So our collection is very extensive. It's all been, well, it's being catalogued at the moment. That's our World War I memorabilia and various other display cabinets in the hall itself. These are our honour boards, those who served, those who come home, and those who didn't come home, and it's certainly a great feature of the hall, remembering those who went away to war and of course never returned. Okay, this here is a small section, Vietnam, a little bit of Afghanistan and Timor, and we're hoping to build up on that very shortly. So that's just an overall view of the hall. The kitchen itself was certainly dated 1950s. Now it's been completely renovated thanks to the Department of Veteran Affairs and of course Brian Maloney Kitchens and the team here in Terang. So this is our kitchen facilities, which is great. Really, really good to what it was. Okay, we'll just continue through to the Russ Reeves meeting room. Russ was a very proactive member here, secretary for many years, and it's Di Mead's father, sadly passed away many years ago. So this room is dedicated to Russ, and of course it's a common room, common area used by the members, but also has a lot of certificates, memorabilia on the walls. Fairly extensive library, and of course these are two other dioramas that the kids created early this year, just for Anzac Day. Fairly, as I said, extensive library, books donated. Got a set of beans there, which is good. Multimedia system there. These two petitions are covering a little bit of mess behind there, which I've got to clean up, but we do have another cabinet there, and I do have some more uniforms to put on some mannequins. So this used to be the billiard room. They used to have two big billiards tables in here, and of course it's now used as our meeting room, and as I said, just a common area. We've got about 16 display cabinets here at the moment, compared to one when I first come here, so it's certainly grown. Okay, we're going to head into the dugout system. We have a communication dugout as well as a digger's dugout, plus a tunnel as well. So we'll just go through the Hessian and we'll come into the digger's dugout. It's like walking back in time. And of course your communication dugout with put in place behind the trenches, any communication from headquarters, especially when the order to go over the top was given, the runner would take the message to the officer or the diggers in the digger's dugout, which we'll head to now, and then from the digger's dugout they went up into the trench and then over the top. So this here is the digger's dugout. I'll just bring the Hessian down. This is just a small little alcove I've set up here. Canary in the cage there, just in case there's any gas, which I don't think there would be. So what we've done is built two bunks and also set up a memorial wall just to the left as you walk in. And I've just been donated another field medical kit by one of the local ladies in Noorat, and it's a wicker basket type World War One. So we have, as I said, memorial. A couple of photos here. It's dedicated to Private George Parker. He died of wounds in February 1918. Young Daniel Mead, he was killed in action, aged 23. That's him there with his photos. Photos of Frank Roddy. I've got a grant for $5,000 to set this up. There is a multimedia system there. The idea of that is that we can actually put up a really good visual of slideshows, etc. So yeah, it's a good feature to the dugout. The tunnel is down there. I won't open that up, but there's a small trapdoor there. This was the old bar, and of course down the trapdoor we lifted up, and the beer kegs used to go down there, and they used to keep them cold. Certainly the weather for it. So this is the diggers' dugout. Liam King, our bagpiper, and myself, we did that last Christmas. We finished this last stage. So that's yeah, it's come up well, very, very well indeed. This here on the bed is the original kit bag by Nurse Tyers. She was a staff nurse, the first Australian General Hospital. So there's a bit of shadow there, but the family donated that. So she carried that on Lemnos back in 1915. Okay, so as we walk out, I've used what available space as I could, and there was a small corridor which leads down to the male toilets, which have been done. I've created a small display gallery here. A lot of the photos I've coloured in recently I've placed up on the wall here, but also to the left here you have various other prints. This one in particular is the Great Royal AIF 1914-1919 record of voluntary. In other words, these are the different brigade headquarters and their colour patches. It's a very old print, that one. And then we go down through here. More of the ones I've coloured in, just on the right there. This one in particular has come out well. And just through here. The toilets, this is the men's toilet, it's just about finished. And it's come out really well. Just waiting for a mirror to go there, but what I've done, haven't wasted any space. Various sort of posters back from World War One, World War Two, just on the wall there. So I use every possible bit of space that I could. Yeah, so I'm really pleased how this particular wall come out, this feature wall here. Still got more to add, just above there, so there'll be more up there as well. Okay, we'll just go through here. So that's just a short video, an update actually, of what's been done since the last one I put up. And as you can see, it's just growing and growing. I might have to build up, I think. Okay, and we'll just come back to the honour rolls, the honour boards. Okay, well, thanks for watching. As I said, if you're ever in Terang, the information is close to the door there. Just give us a buzz and we'll come down and open up, and you can have a good look around. Take a couple of hours to go through it. So thanks for viewing.